Positive parenting. Most of us would have searched the internet for tips to become the best parent for our child, as this journey is different for every person who becomes a new parent. It comes with its own set of challenges, requirement for patience, and a lot of joyfully cherished moments. Let's talk about parenting, which is an everyday job with challenges involved in it on a daily basis. It seems to be the toughest, and indeed it is. Parenting is no piece of cake. Instead, it is more like the procedure and technicality required making the cake. While it is a tough nut to crack, it is also the most beautiful phase of life for an individual to become a parent. Every person wants to cherish this time and be the best parent for his child. In this consistent practice to become best parents, we sometimes either become too strict in order to discipline the child well, or very lenient, trying not to overpower them, or finding this balance seems difficult. Finding and maintaining this balance is difficult, but it can be achieved by understanding which attachment style we are following and how it can be worked upon for the best outcome. Whatever way we try to discipline children, it has its pros and cons, but there are 4 distinct attachment styles that are offered by psychologists as parenting styles. These attachment theories can help parents understand their negative patterns and later help them to correct these patterns and adopt positive ways of parenting. Number 1, secure. Parents can create a compassionate, loving environment and should be able to control their own emotions and reactions in order to form a secure attachment. Parents who have a secure bond understand individuality and see their child as a different person and try to understand their needs. They may empathize with the child's situation and stay present or be there for the child. This does not require the parent to be flawless. Nobody pays attention to their child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A solid attachment can be maintained if parents are able to fix the rupture that occur between them and their children. For example, a child brought up in a secure attachment style will say, "It is easy for me to get close to others. I don't worry about being abandoned and I'm comfortable being dependent as well as dependable." Number 2, preoccupied. Parents adopting this type of attachment style are unintentionally dependent on the child to fulfill their emotional needs instead of being available to fulfill the child's emotional needs. This can make children clingy, anxious, and can create an emotional hunger in the child. They also grow up to be adults having difficulty trusting others to be there when they need emotional support. As a result, it's critical that we don't use our children to make us feel better or appreciated as parents. It's critical to assess how frequently we rely on our children to help us feel good about ourselves. For example, a child brought up in an anxious attachment style will say, "I often worry to be abandoned and my extreme need for closeness scares people away from me." Number 3, avoidant. The parent with an avoidant or dismissive attachment may provide the child's basic requirement, will have a hard time to respond emotionally to the child. The parent may appear to be as an emotional desert. In this environment, children learn that acting as though they don't have any need is the easiest way to get their needs met by their parents. These children grow up to be adults who fear emotional intimacy and see others as needy when they expect emotional closeness. For example, a child brought up in an avoidant attachment style will say, "Being independent and self-sufficient is highly important for me, and I'm uncomfortable being close and dependent." Number 4, disorganized. This is a type of attachment wherein the parent might confuse the child by giving them mixed signals. When a parent is frightening to their child or is frightened by them, a disordered attachment might arise. In this case, the parent's reaction is unexpected. For example, the parent may laugh and reward one's behavior while exploding with rage at another. For example, a child brought up in an avoidant attachment style will say, "I fear emotional closeness and find it difficult to regulate my emotions. I prefer to distance myself to avoid pain, and my relationships keep recreating past patterns." Parenting is mostly instinctual, but being cautious can be of help. It is important to remember one basic fact that no 2 children are the same, even if born in the same family, and hence their emotional requirements may be different. Hence, seek help to be more helpful in shaping your child's life. You can seek help directly by reaching us at 8151 830000 or on our website www.vedawellnessworld.com.